What's up? What's up? Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone that's looking to level up their life to the next level, to change their situation, to improve their situation. This show is dedicated to helping raising the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. My friends, because holding it wide open is what we do. Being a great freaking person is who we are. And living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Today we're on the road again. As you can see my background, as you can see the probably hear the noises. We're in my truck. Probably gonna hear the turbo spooling. Gonna try to keep this as smooth as possible. We're on the way to checkpoint number 2 of day 2, and those of you that are watching on video are gonna see some of this driving action. And I apologize for the camera shaking. We're doing our best we can, and if you're just listening, you might want to check out the video just to see the live action that we have going on. In today's episode, I told you guys I'm going to stay committed to these, and I'm keeping my word, even if it means doing these on the road while my brother drives us to the next stop in Sick Week. This is day 2, and we have 5 days going on, and I'm excited to keep going with this road trip. Today we're going to talk about the importance of having a routine, like at the beginning of every month for you, in order to set yourself up for success for that month, in order to increase the chances of having great things happen for you within that month. Because you can't improve what you don't measure. And if you're never willing to measure like your life in different areas and different aspects, how are you going to expect to improve, to level up, to do more, to be more, to achieve more? It all starts with being able to analyze your situation and being able to stay focused no matter what comes at you. You know, things are going to happen throughout your life. Things are going to happen while this is driving, and this is actually proving my ultimate focus and my ultimate dedication to making sure that we continue with this movement, that we don't slack, that we keep showing up, and that you see my story and use it to inspire yourself so that you could see that you could do it too, my friend. Because I'm just normal guy, normal dude, just wanting more for everyone out there, helping this movement grow to just heights that right now they seem so far-fetched, but it's all going to be true, and it's all going to come real, and it's going to happen. So stick with me, my friend. So your short-term goals truly pave the road to your long-term goals. That is, I've learned that time and time and again, and the reason why I say that is because if you just focus on long-term goals, these long-term goals, they end up seeming so far out there that it actually holds you back from the progress that you need to do, because you just truly feel like it's impossible, like if it's so far out there. So this is why it's important for you to have short-term goals, and those will pave the road to your long-term goals. And so these short-term goals are established off of your long-term goals and thinking about what you want in your life. And so an example of this could be like your long-term goal could be something that you want throughout the year, and your short-term goals could be things that you do within each quarter or within each month, as we're talking about on this episode. You got to be willing to look back and see what's been working for you, what's not been working for you. You got to be able to analyze so that you can see what needs adjustment, what needs improving, what needs changing. If you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So if you're not willing to analyze what's going good, what's going wrong, where can I improve, what can I stop doing, what can I start doing, then how are you going to level up? How are you going to go to your next level? And this is an exercise that I do all the time. I do this with my wife. We actually do it. We've been doing it for several years now, and it really helps us kind of stay on track towards the goals that we want to achieve in this life. And we're not huge into, at least I'm not, my wife does follow sports a lot, but I'm not huge into sports, but we do use the breakdown of what the sports, I guess, game uses, you know, like the 4 quarters. And so we usually break down our year into 4 quarters, and each quarter we aim at one big goal that we try to hit each quarter. And then within those quarters, you break them down into months. So you attack the year in three months at a time. So technically, right now we're still in quarter one, month 2. This is why I wanted to make this episode about this topic, about every time you start a new month, it's very it helps you a lot to get farther faster when you're able to really plan what you want to do. So we talked about within those quarters, you got months, and what you want to accomplish. And so what we do is every month, and we actually do this every quarter, but now we've been doing it for a while now for every month, and we have it on our board, and we break down our month, and we look at the past month, like what went good for us, what didn't go good for us, what could we have done different, what could we have done better, and we're literally reflecting on those things that are happening, so that in live, at the beginning of every month, we can course correct and adjust to making sure that we're still on track to hit that one big goal each quarter that we set out for ourselves. And then within those quarters, you have the year of the more long-term goal. And then if you want to even take it in the next step, then you have the 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, however long you want to plan things. The bigger the goal, obviously, the more planning, the longer it's going to take. But think about last month. What didn't go well for you? What went well for you? And then thinking about how you can do more of what went well for you, and how you could do less of what didn't go well for you. It's such a simple strategy. It's such simple questions that we ask ourselves, and it will work for you as long as you actually take the time to implement it for yourself. Like, man, it'll take you maybe 30 minutes to do this exercise, really reflect, but those 30 minutes will save you so much more time. It will get you closer to the things that you really want. It's all about setting clear goals, and start setting up your plan so that you can start attacking these goals. You want to be specific. You can't just have vague goals. And then within this month that you're planning what you're going to do, you break that down into weeks. And you say, all right, you have 4 weeks to attack, your goals. And what are you going to do within each of those weeks to get you closer? Because the time goes by fast. And if you don't notice, if you just let it, tomorrow I'll attack this, tomorrow I'll attack this, time goes really by fast. And before you know it, those days turn into weeks. And then before you know it, those weeks turn into your month. And then you're like, okay, I'll attack it next month. Before you know it, that next month turns into next quarter. And then that next quarter turned into next year. Before you know it, like, holy shit, fuck, another year went by and I'm still talking about the things that I want to do, but I haven't done yet. So that's why it's so important for you to plan and to strategize and just to reflect, on the things that have been happening for you and where you want to go. Because if you have no clear vision towards where you want to go, how are you even going to know if you're off track, if you're on track? It takes about analyzing yourself, like looking at your past accomplishments, like review them for the last month, for the last quarter, for the last year, and what accomplishments did you achieve? What accomplishments did you want to achieve but you didn't? What challenges did you have? What did you learn from those challenges? We call those lessons learned. If you're not able to reflect, then how are you going to improve, my friends? And it really just comes down to establishing your priorities. Once you set your goals and what things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to achieve, the things that you're going to set in place, like this are must-dos in order for me to achieve this goal that I'm out to achieve or to accomplish that I set out for myself. It helps if you even if you have a couple steps to organize those in level of priority. And because some of them are going to come before others, and some of them might be just a result of other things that you need to do. And so prioritize the most important ones so you can attack those. Kind of like eat the frog. I don't know if you ever heard of that saying, but it just talks about doing the most difficult task at the beginning of the day. And so within your month goals, like talk which one is the hardest one, go after that one first, so you have the most energy. And something that works well for me, I'm gonna take a sip of, something that works well for me is setting my schedule up for time blocks, because obviously we work and you got to do things in life and things happen. And if you're not setting yourself specific time blocks to work on your goals and to analyze what's going good in your life or what's going bad and what needs help or what needs improvement, it's going to be very difficult to do it. So what I do is I set myself with some time blocks in my schedule, which is uninterrupted time to really focus on the things that I want to do. And so if you could set this up for yourself, a half an hour, even an hour, a week, you could really create gain massive traction for yourself by really doing these time blocks with focused effort towards what you want to do, what you want to improve, and get hyper focused on these things. Half the time, the things that we want in life, the things that we want to achieve, the things that we need to do are not that complicated. They're not that difficult when you actually sit down, you write them down, and you set up a plan. And you're like, all right, I got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And what happens is that when you start doing that and you start noticing that you have progress, that you're making progress, that you're making advancement, that feeds your internal bucket of confidence, of self-belief, and you start creating this momentum for yourself, that's when things start really going good for you. And as part of the planning process, what we also do is we visualize our goals, like, those things that we're writing down that, you need to achieve, that you want to achieve in order to get that bigger picture in life. Start thinking about yourself, about those things, and picture them as completed. Like, literally go through the motions of how it would feel for you to accomplish those things. Because the crazy thing about the brain, about the mind, is that it really doesn't know a real experience from something that you vividly imagined and felt. Like, your brain can't tell the difference. It really can't. And so you want to prime your mind and visualize the things that you want to achieve within your life, so that you can start bringing them into existence. I used to think that shit was so wishy-washy, so woo-woo, so gay, whatever you want to use the term, but that shit really works. And if you could feel it, if you could visualize it, if you could put yourself in that moment and that situation and bring it into your existence, like, you bring it so much closer to yourself. And I used to think that was bullshit until I really started using these techniques in my life and started bringing them into existence. And I'm like, holy crap, this thing really works. I felt it. I was literally bringing the experience into existence before they even happened. For example, when I went on my honeymoon with my wife, we went to the Maldives, across the world. I can't tell you how many times I visualized us, like, get on the plane, going all the way over there. Like, I knew where we were getting off. I watched so many YouTube videos that I could already see myself there. And obviously it took some hard work to make that happen. But visualizing and setting us up and priming my mind every day for what we wanted to accomplish, we were able to make that vacation. That was one of those once-in-a-lifetime type vacations that we were able to take. That's been, and I'm not even going to say once in a lifetime, because that only means that you're going to have only one in your lifetime, and I'm not good with that. See, I always try to watch the words that I use, because you're feeding them into your subconscious. So a badass trip, we visualized it, we put work in, set up a plan, and we made it happen. But it all started with visualizing it. And then while you're doing your goals, while you're going through the things on this monthly, like we do this monthly, and today is the second day of the month when you're watching this. So as you're setting yourself up with those tasks that you need to do, here's something that I never did for a long time, is I never really celebrated my accomplishments along the way. And I was always so busy focusing, but I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet. And that literally puts you down while you're trying to achieve, while you're trying to accomplish these big things, and it becomes challenging for you. So if you celebrate, if you're able to give yourself a fucking win, saying, man, you're doing good, you're on track, it helps build the momentum. It helps keep the momentum for you by actually celebrating those small victories along the way. You gotta be able to recognize that, prove to your mind that you're doing work, that you're creating the things that you want, so that you can continue the momentum, so that you could build it even stronger. Because when you have fucking massive momentum going in your side, there's no stopping you. That's like if you let go of a bowling ball at the top of a hill, this heavy bowling ball, you're gonna be able to stop it within like a couple feet, within 10 feet, maybe 20, 30. It's gonna be hard to stop it, but you're gonna be able to stop it. If you try to stop that bowling ball at the bottom of the hill after it's been rolling for 100 feet, 200, 500, that shit's gonna break your hand. It's gonna go right through you, because it's built massive momentum. Where your goals in your life and the things that you want to do, it works the same way. So, get into the habit, and this is what my recommendation for you is, every month. Most people won't even do this 4 times a year, every quarter. Literally structure and strategize where you want to go within that quarter. Imagine if you do this for yourself every month. You know the advancement that you would create. You know the freaking traction that you would give the things that you want to accomplish within your life by actually setting out and taking the time out of your schedule to do these things. It's all in the unsexy things, my friends. That's what has taught me. That's what I have learned. It's about the shit that we don't want to do, to actually take the time to do the things that we don't want to do, that are going to bring into our life the things that we want. So don't ignore the unsexy things. Be willing to take the time out of your schedule to set these short-term goals that are going to pave the way to your long-term goals. Be willing to take the fucking action, man. That's really what it comes down to. You can visualize it, you can plan it, you can do all the things that you needed to do prior to taking the action. But if you're not actually going to go and take the action, you're not going to create that goal for yourself. You're not going to level up. You're not going to take things to the next level. You're not going to bring that success that you want within yourself and into your life. So I love how I end this, and it always gets me excited. And I'm going to say it with extra energy today, my friends, because I'm driving the freaking flag into the ground. I'm freaking the checkered flag. And more than ever today, that we're in a car right here. We're in line with some more race cars. We're going to another checkpoint within 6 weeks. But I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all this shit that's been holding us back, my friends. And let's prove to the world that they fucking wish that they were like us. Those of you who made it to the end, just want to say thank you and that you got yourself a win. I appreciate you for investing your time into the Live Wide Open podcast. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others improve is the mission that God has tasked me with. We are driven individuals working on becoming the best we can be and out to break free from this fucking stereotype that's been casted upon us. We're a good motherfucking people. We just have passionate hobbies, passionate things that just light our soul on fire. And I'm here to encourage you, my friend, to not ever stop doing that. Join me on this journey where we help as many motorsport enthusiasts out there to create the best lives that we can imagine. You can follow me on social media. My handle for Instagram is Wide Open Randy. And if you felt any type of connection to this content you just consumed, man, I asked that you freaking share this on your story so that more people can see the video, more people can connect, more people can watch the show. Until then, so I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode, my friends. Make sure that you live your life wide open. Peace.